Last week I made a video that concluded, don't buy For Honor yet, the beta's showing that it's got some pretty bad connection issues, save your money until they've fixed them all and the game's running better. Did I take my own advice? Hell no! My name's Victory Fist and here's what's new in For Honor since the beta. The main complaint I've heard from people that played the beta that didn't want to pick the game up was that it felt light on content. A lot of content has actually been added to the game. There's a story mode which has both co-op and single player. There's 3 new characters, that's 1 for each faction. And there's several new multiplayer maps and modes. They haven't fully fixed the connection issues yet, but I have noticed it's been quite a bit more stable. That might be because there's less people playing now that the game's actually out, since it's not, free. But it might also be because they did something. Let's hope it's the latter. I'd love to be able to say that connection issues are the only technical issue that I've had with the game so far, but it's not. I bought the gold edition of the game because I'm that fucking retarded, and that's supposed to come with the deluxe pack and the season pass, both of which are supposed to come with, different bundles of content, and I got most of that content. What I didn't get was the champion status. You're supposed to get 7 days with the deluxe pack and 30 days with the season pass. Now, champion status gives you extra experience, it gives the rest of your team extra experience, it gives you more of the breakdown materials when you break down your gear, and it also makes more gear drop at the end of fights. Now, I didn't get either the 7 days or the 30 days, so I'm missing out on quite a bit of loot and experience, which is such a shame. And apparently a lot of other people are too, because Ubisoft's customer service help desk is inundated right now. So they have closed down their phone lines just so they can monitor all of the stuff coming in online. Also, their live chat has not been up either, so I'm guessing that means that that's full as well. All of this is pretty bad, so I might be giving the advice of maybe don't buy it until they've sorted out some more issues. But having said that, I've had a shit ton of fun with this game. I'm dreaming about it at night. It's been that much fun when it's working. So content-wise, let's see. Story mode. This can be done in single player or co-op, which is pretty cool. But it is a really bad story. Basically, none of the characters have relatable motivations. You're not going to grow to like any of them. The voice actors are the same voice actors they use in a lot of other games, or if they're not, then they're emulating them pretty damn hard out. Jennifer Hale obviously appears in this game. I'll probably make a video about how she's overused at some time in the future. But yeah, the story mode will not have you coming back unless you're into pointless grinds. The main reason I'm doing it is because you can unlock a head ornament for each faction by doing it. And I like to look pretty. You can also get a bit of steel. Steel is the currency that you use in the game to buy and unlock things. But it's not probably as much per minute as playing the multiplayer. So I would recommend just sticking to multiplayer if you're more into that sort of thing like I am. As for the 3 new... Why do I do that a lot? You'll notice that all the time now. I'm sorry. Of the 3 new characters, I've only used one of them. I've used the Valkyrie a wee bit. I'm more into the Vikings, so that's who I play as in multiplayer. I'd rather master 4 characters than, be middling at 12. So, I've only played as the Valkyrie. She's a solid, good character. She looks like she'd be pretty similar to the Warlord, but she's pretty, actually unique compared to him. She's a lot faster. Her hit combos go for a lot longer, but she's maybe not as good at the old defense stuff. Of the new maps, I couldn't tell you which one is actually a new map since the beta and which one was in the beta. I played pretty much solidly through the beta and then straight into the game, and it's been almost a week now. So, sorry about that, I can't give you specifics, but all of the maps are really good. I don't hate any of them. None of them feel unbalanced. They all actually give a really wide range of strategies that you can incorporate between each one. Like, the same strategy won't work on every map, which is perfect. It gives us all a chance to figure out the best tactics for each map, which is what this sort of game should do. What I can tell you is that there are 6 maps. In the beta, I think there was only 2 or 3 or 4. Fuck it, let's say there was 2 in the beta. So 6 maps might not sound like a lot, but when you're playing from either end and you're playing 6 different game modes on it, it actually, oh sorry, fucking 5 game modes? Yeah, let's say 5 game modes on it, either against AI or other players. You know, it actually adds up to quite a bit of content, especially when you factor in the fact that you can play as 12 different characters that all play quite differently from each other. Mastering this game will take a long time, but it's so satisfying when you master a character and you're dominating. Wow, is it a good feeling. The combat is so, how do I put it? It's so chunky. It just feels satisfying every time you get a hit. It just feels like Christmas. It's a Christmas fighting game. There we go. The multiplayer maps do feature in the story mode, and there are places in the story mode that don't feature in the multiplayer. So I'm assuming that some of the areas from the story mode will end up being brought into multiplayer, which is pretty exciting. There's some areas and like on frozen over lakes and that sort of thing, which can be quite exciting. So I'm looking forward to hopefully having those added. And another thing I kind of forgot to check with the beta, but is definitely in the full game, is a full range of training options, including an advanced training, which I didn't realize until Saturday even existed. And when I did it, I learned a lot. It teaches you how to do some guard breaks, or actually guard break counters, and how to parry correctly. I was accidentally parrying all the time, so that wasn't a big deal, but the guard break counter was pretty useful. But the best thing about it is once you do that advanced training, you get 1,500 steel, which is a fair whack, because steel isn't that easy to come by. So definitely do the advanced training if you haven't done it yet. There's also a couple of new game modes. Now I know one of them appeared in the open beta, but neither of them appeared in the closed beta or anything before that. So they might be new to you. There's elimination and skirmish. So in elimination, it's 4v4. It's basically like a death match. You get pitted off against one person at the start. But you can, if you want to be a total dickhead, run off and help a teammate at the start instead. But usually, you know, that just means you're leading another baddie to your teammate who's probably not as good as you and will now get smashed by 2 people at once. So don't do that. Be a bit more honourable than that. Try and take out your own guy first before going over and fucking over the guy that's fighting your teammate. The goal of that one is to kill the other 4 players on the other team. No respawns, best of 5. Skirmish is a bit more like Dominion in that you keep respawning. Instead of capture points, you get points for killing other players and for killing some random soldiers that are around the map. You get respawns, but obviously if your team starts getting split up, you'll start getting dominated because the other team will just be rolling you as a 4-man in all likelihood. So don't let them do that. So yeah, I really like those particular 2 game modes actually. They're a lot more fun. They have the power-ups around the map, which you don't get in Dominion. So it is a bit more arcadey, which is pretty awesome. And I think the only other thing that has been added since the beta is the ability to level up beyond Reputation Rank 1 for each character. Once you reach Rep 1, you start leveling up as you did before from 1 to 20. But every time you level up, you get given gear as well as cosmetic unlocks. So you don't get any more abilities. You've got all your abilities by level 20, but you can keep going up with the rep ranks, which is, you know, it adds another element to it, but it doesn't make your character any more physically imposing in any way. Well, that's a contradiction, isn't it? Better gear, but not getting better in any way. I guess you are getting more physically imposing. It's just done in a different way from getting new skills. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, head over to Twitch and follow me there as well. All the links will be down below. Click the little smiley face there in the middle to subscribe, just in case you didn't know that's how YouTube works. In which case you just learned something. Congratulations. Yeah, cheers, bye.